Pardon what's going on. I got up a few minutes ago and I think I haven't taken my braid out yet or done my hair or anything. I woke up and do what I normally do when I wake up. Well, I didn't even do all the things that I normally do, which is go on all social media platforms. I did obviously go on Facebook and checked my email, and then there was this, doesn't that look attractive, this blood sugar thing. It was a 8-week blood sugar boot camp, and my mom was thinking, hey, this might be something helpful. I did film us having our first meal in at the new place, and it wasn't supposed to go that way. Because what ended up happening was, I have this problem, I had it my whole life. I've always had to eat on the early side, I get low blood sugar. But lately things have been getting worse. And so because I have anxiety and stuff, it's weird, I get hungry at night, the night times when I feel my best, but that's not every night. I do have some nights that are a doozy, let me tell ya. But it's weird because, in the morning I'm very nauseous. Practically every morning I wake up, I'm always nauseous. Some mornings are worse than others. So I don't really eat breakfast. And, I don't get up before 10 o'clock all that often. So by the time I'm up and I'm moving around and whatnot, and I finally eventually make my way downstairs, it's usually I'm hungry and it's closer to lunchtime. So I have lunch. And then I don't usually eat again until dinner time. Or maybe around 4 o'clock I might be oh, I think I'm a little hungry. I'll have a little snack. But lately, because when you're not hungry, you don't eat, and I think I'm gonna have to start forcing myself to nibble here and there and graze throughout the day, because I know for a fact I need to be fed dinner at 5 o'clock. When 5 o'clock strikes, there better be a food going down my throat and into my belly, or there's trouble. And that's kind of what happened yesterday. And or what was it yesterday? I don't know. And it doesn't give me any warning signs or bells. I have that thing on the floor, that Spira thing, that will vibrate to let me know oh, you're getting kind of tense, maybe you should take some deep breaths, calm yourself down. But I don't have anything for blood sugar, which I wonder if I should. I don't know, I feel I should talk to a doctor before doing anything too cuckoo. But we were over there because there was delivery. I don't think I filmed the delivery, but if you follow me on Snapchat, you would have seen that we had some deliveries to the place. So, we were there, we were hanging out and stuff, and yeah, I had protein bars on me and some cashews and things, but those don't cut it for me like they used to. I used to be able to eat some nuts and or a protein bar to buy some time and hold me over just till I get to a restaurant, from my house to the restaurant or whatever. And that doesn't work anymore. It's the same effect as if I swallowed a bunch of air. And because I'm high anxiety, kind of freaky out person with phobias and things, that doesn't help the process. It hurts it, And here's the thing, low blood sugar can mimic a panic, anxiety attack, and feeling I'm gonna faint also triggers a panic attack for me, because I'm oh my god. So, my hair, y'all just ignore it. So, we were on our way to dinner, and plus I've been having, hormonal issues that are trying to, work themselves out. I'm on medication now for my vestibular migraines again. I just been having a lot of problems, and I was supposed to get a lot of this stuff taken care of and addressed before I got down here, but there wasn't enough time. Anyways, So we're getting in the car, we drive over. I mean, you could walk over and have some exercise. But, you know, we're driving over, and before that, because the thing was, my mom is saying, you know, their delivery people were supposed to be there at a certain amount of time. She's like, and you're gonna need to eat, like, do you have a protein bar? And I get snippety, right? And, like, I don't know if it's, like, hangry is the word, or it's just, like, my snippetiness comes from, like, fear of, like, it's this whole ripple trickled effect. So I think, oh, if I don't eat, I'm gonna get low blood sugar. If it gets that bad, it's gonna faint. What's gonna happen if I faint? Will I hit my head? Will the EMTs have to be called? Will I go to the hospital? Like, will I have to ride in an ambulance? Oh my god. Like, it's this whole thing. And the next thing you know, like, I'm spiraling down a dark, dark place in the world of anxiety. So I always make sure to take, like, my anti-anxiety medication. So, like, I can somewhat calm down a little bit and just talk myself through it all. But it was bad and embarrassing. I mean, I shouldn't be embarrassed, but I don't know. So I start to freak out, and there is a place that does, like, pizzas, literally, like, right behind where we live. Like, you just go out the building, like, bank a left, go behind the building, and there's, like, a parking lot, and there's, like, a little, like, sports bar thing, and they have, like, pizzas and a pool table and a golf simulator thingy. It was closed. So, like, I hop in the car, go over to the main restaurant. There's, like, I don't know how many restaurants over there, but there's, like, the main restaurant. So, but then, like, we get there, and I'm thinking, like, oh my god, I'm starting to feel numb and, like, fuzzy on the inside. Like, oh my gosh. And we get out, and I'm, like, gingerly, slowly, like, don't exert yourself. And then I was, like, I started to really freak. So, and my mom was walking, you know, fast like she does. And I'm, like, hold up, let me hold on to you. I'm a little unsteady. And then we get inside this one building, and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna die. I needed to sit down because I got so weak feeling. I was like, just give me a minute to collect myself physically and mentally. Then I started to feel, like, gaggy, not to be gross. And I had to, like, we both had to pee, and we're like, we should have, like, went to the bathroom before leaving. Anyways, so we go to the bathroom, and I'm constantly collecting myself. And now I start doing, like, doing this, like, weird stress breathing thing. And my mom's like, relax. I'm like, I'm trying to, like, stay calm. So, I'm, like, freaking out at this point. I just want to, like, be sitting down with, like, a plate of food in front of me. So I said, can we just, like, at least get some orange juice, like, get something going? But when things get so bad to a point on all levels, it is not pretty. And it's like a panic attack and really low blood sugar. And I freak out. Something fierce. And I can't even, like, communicate. Like, the waiter's trying to figure out, like, what's what. My mom's asking me questions. And I was, like, I was dry heaving. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like, my eyes were all watery. Like, I was a mess. I was like, I'm trying to, like, keep myself alive with orange juice, and, like, I'm, like, gagging it down. I know I'm being, like, dramatic and gross, but it got really, really bad, and I was just like, oh my god, like, I just can't, like, be sitting here, like, gagging at a dinner table. Like, that's just not cute. And then my mom's like, how about we get up and, like, walk over, and, like, she's trying to distract me, and I really appreciate her efforts. And it worked a little bit. But she's like, let's get up. Maybe walk over. Like, look down at the water. There's, like, a pond or something. I don't know. Some form of body of water. And, like, just, like, look at the pretty scenery and all that. I'm like, no, I'm not going to get up. Because in my head, I'm like, if I get up and move around, I'm going to, like, faint. Like, we can't do this. And it got so bad. And, like, when stuff like this happens, I just need, like, to be still and, like, real quiet. And, like, get away from everything. Because I just feel like people are probably looking at me. Like, it just was a thing. I don't know what it is, but, like, once I'm home, I can kind of relax a little bit. And I feel like if I did feel like I was going to be sick, like, at least I'm in the privacy of my own bathroom, or whatever other problems may occur. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but mentally there's, like, this shift. So my mom's like, can we just get this to go? And the guy was just, like, so nice, the waiter and everything. And And then he gave me like more orange juice in a to-go cup. So like with a straw, like I just drank that. The pasta was good, you know. Like I was surprised how fast like the food and everything came. I mean, it wasn't a super busy night, and we were there kind of early. Because if I'm told, like, well, make sure you have snacks or something on you because you're not gonna, you know, be eating till a bit later, or it might be a minute, like, I just instantaneously, like, start freaking out, and then that causes a ripple effect. So I'm gonna, like, Google some stuff and just see, because this thing I listened to about this blood sugar boot camp, the guy mostly talked about, like, type 2 diabetes and, like, if you're pre-diabetic or if you have hypoglycemia and I have hyperglycemia. So it was a lot about high blood sugar. I'm like, no, my problem is it kept low. So although like I try to eat snacks and stuff and all this, that, and the other thing, like it does, sometimes it's just, it's a problem, and until I have like a full stomach and like a substantial meal in me. Because the one night we were going to go to dinner and I was like, I'm going to die. If I don't eat, I'm going to die. Like, these are things I tell myself. It is horrible. So I ate almost a whole container of raspberries before we left the house. And then on the way to dinner, I was like eating like cashews. And I'm just like, because it can be like, I can distract myself with like games. Usually that's when I play trivia crack a lot, is like at dinner tables at restaurants. And I just drink like juice or like lemonade just to like, raise my blood sugar a little bit, or like mentally, like a placebo effect. Cause I don't know, I think lemonade's sugary, right? Like orange juice. So that was like a whole ordeal, of yesterday. But it was nice, like, to have like a meal there, you know, and I want to do it again, and I want to actually have it in the restaurant and like have like a full-on experience and like do more things over there. And get more used to being over there. As excited as I am and everything, there was a little bit of sadness. And I think, I don't know, because, like, I was there, and we were having fun, like, once, like, I bounced back and everything. Like, my mom and I were thoroughly enjoying, like, our time there and, like, our conversations and just, like, you know, and whatnot. But then there did come a point where I was kind of like, I think I just want to go home, because I was so like worn out, and I just kind of wanted to like just be here in this condo. And I think maybe the reason why that was is because there's like full-on furniture here, and like a full fridge, and like, you know, like my like comfort creature, am I even saying that right? Comfort creature, whatever, you know, I got things, I got friends, I got an iPad, I got headphones, I got stuff. And so I think that's kind of what it was. And also when I get like really like panicky or whatever you want to call these things, it's just like I just want to be with my cat, and obviously she's back in New Jersey, so that doesn't help. But so there was just like a slight kind of a sadness of like, or a realization that this really isn't going to be, like, our place anymore one day. But it didn't linger long. Like, I'm just like, it is what it is. Because my whole life, like, what I've always wanted was, and I might have talked about this once before, was called a princess suite. And that's where, like, the bedroom and the bathroom are connected. And, like, it's a decent-sized bedroom. And, like, I finally am, like, having that, but I, like, as much as it was offered to me throughout my childhood and my teens and early 20s or whatever, it meant moving house, and I wasn't about to move anywhere and leave my house. Like, you have to be kidding me. So there's been a lot of, like, resistance to things, but I'm, like, more open to stuff now, and it's funny because here I am, and I'm trying to envision, like, my house, the outside and the inside, and I'm like, do I even want to be there? And today, I can tell you the answer is no, because I'm just picturing the dead of winter and what that looks like, and it's not cute. But if it was like spring and summer, I'd probably have a different opinion. So we'll see what happens with life. I know, what do I know? I know my brother, you know, they for a long time now have wanted a bigger place. So they're probably gonna move at some point. And it might be a little bit farther away, you know, from where they currently are. Like, we're not that far from each other, so as much as I am understanding that he has to do his best for himself and his family, it is a little sad that, you know, he won't be so close by. But that's something, like, I don't really like thinking about, nor have I fully processed it, because, like, I think it is going to be, like, way more upsetting than I'm, like, saying it is. So that's a thing. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to just explain a little more about, because I felt like the video, I felt like such a pain, because I was, like, on the floor, and I'm eating just, like, butter and pasta out of a to-go container with plastic utensils. Like, that's how she eats all her meals at home. So I'm just like, I'm just a pain. But I felt like that video was a little weird and I wasn't talking that much, and like it started off bizarre. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it. But if you was a little confused, I just felt like clarifying. It's 11:26. I'm gonna get dressed and everything. I think I'm gonna go to lunch, Chick-fil-A, and then go to the nail salon.